Women's Rugby program. This group has had an incredible impact on the program, including seeing women's Army Rugby to an overall 15th record of 19-9, and they aren't finished yet. As we announce their names, the firsties and their families will be greeted by Head Coach Bill LeClaire, Deputy Athletics Director Dan McCarthy, Associate Athletics Director Jamila Ali, Office Representative Major Charles Range, who will present the cadets with an Athletic Director's coin.
Welcome War fans, welcome Rugby fans, welcome to the EGRL Network. We're happy to have you today joining the Women's Army Rugby team as they host Mount St. Mary's, University of Maryland. We're now watching the seniors. Today is senior day, and we've got some seniors making their way to the center of the field, and you can hear the information. We'll let you listen in. You see Emma Gamboa and Sosa Campos making their way to the center of the field. Firsties, seniors, and ready for today's senior day.
Emma Gamboa joined the Black Knights from Landing, New Jersey, and is a member of Company D4. Majoring in engineering psychology, Emma plans to branch med service after commissioning. Emma lists every Sunday she has spent at the Anderson Rugby Complex as her favorite memories from her time with the women's rugby team. Ladies and gentlemen, Sohaila Campos and Emma Gamboa.
Congratulations to Sosa Campos and Emma Gamboa.
Our next firstie is Keely Davis, escorted by her mother, Katie.
Next up is Keely Davis.
Keely came to the Black Knights from Jasper, Alabama, and is a member of Company C4. Go Cowboys! A geospatial information science major who plans on branching aviation upon commissioning, Keely played for the BSB Rugby Club prior to her time at West Point, and lists both earning a spot on the team and seeing Second Lieutenant Jeannie Skidmore ripping her shoe at some of her favorite memories from her time with Women's Army Rugby. Ladies and gentlemen, Keely Davis.
Congratulations to Keely Davis, who will be wearing number 6 today, playing flanker for Women's Army Rugby.
Winter Favre, escorted by her parents Brian and Denise and her dog Arrow.
Next up, Winter Favre.
Winter is a member
wearing the 7 jersey today.
Hailing from Wildwood, New Jersey, and is majoring in management. Some of Winter's favorite memories from her time with the Black Knights are spending time with Rosie, Ammo, and Romeo. Winter plans to branch armor after commissioning. Ladies and gentlemen, Winter Favre!
Congratulations to Winter Favre. Women's Army Rugby senior firstie.
Our next
wearing the number 7 today.
Jade Sander, escorted by her parents Gina and Troy, her brother Stone, and her sister-in-law Tony, and her sister Troy. Shade is an engineering psychology major from Auburn, California. And
this firstie is Shade Fullerton Sander.
To branch aviation upon commissioning. One of her
family out there. Unfortunately, she is not able to play today with an injury, but it's good to see her out there moving her way toward the center of the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shade Sander.
Congratulations, Shade.
Our next firstie is Erin Jacobs, escorted by her parents Denise and Kevin. Erin is originally from Ellicott City, Maryland.
Next up, Erin Jacobs wearing the 15 jersey today.
A walk-on to the team, Erin recounts the Quinnipiac Rain Games as her favorite memory from her time with the Army Women's Rugby team. A member of Company H3, Erin plans to branch cyber after commissioning. Ladies and gentlemen, Erin Jacobs!
Congratulations, Erin.
Our next firstie is Sophia Linder, escorted by her parents Michelle and Dave.
Up next, Sophia Linder, a pre-GRL rugby player from Doylestown.
Legal studies, Sophia plans to branch armor after commissioning. One of her favorite memories from her time with the Women's Army Rugby team is scoring a hat trick in a national semifinal match. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Linder.
Congratulations, Sophia Linder. We'll have Sophia at halftime for a short interview. Tell us a little bit about the game summary so far. Unfortunately, she has been injured and unable to play.
And her sister, Catherine. Mackay is a human geography major.
Next up, Mackay O'Boyle, wearing the 3 jersey today. Another pre-GRL player. Mackay was a walk-on at War, but hails from the West Carroll territory where her sister Catherine plays. Good to see her out there as well.
She lists playing in the Tropical Sevens tournament during her pre-season and playing at Nationals in Houston and some of her favorite memories from the time of the Black Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, Mackay O'Boyle.
Congratulations, Mackay O'Boyle. Good to see her back out there after an injury last year.
Our next person today is Kahala Bandman, escorted by her fiance, Will Leno. A member of Company I3, Kahala.
Next up, Kahala Bandman. With the administrative staff this year, after a couple of years playing with the team, good to see her out there.
Kahala lives playing in the national championship game during her plebe years. One of her favorite memories was the Army Women's Rugby team. Kahala plans to branch aviation after commissioning. Ladies and gentlemen, Kahala Bandman.
Congratulations, Kahala.
Our final firstie of the day is Layla A.G., escorted by Kate Sinner. One of the Black Knights managers, Layla is a company of...
Next up, Layla Agee, member of the administrative staff, one of the team managers. Good to have her. Great to be recognized as a firstie and a senior, big part of the team.
130-day streak on Duolingo and plans to branch med service upon commissioning. One of Layla's favorite memories from her time with the team is doing the table draft at the firstie. Ladies and gentlemen, Layla A.G.
Congratulations, Layla.
Let's hear one more time for our firsties.
And a big congratulations from the booth for all the firsties, or seniors, as it might otherwise be called. It's a great journey. And so there we have it. It's a beautiful day here at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. My name is Mike Eisenhardt, and I am joined in the booth here with Stefano Alaprandi.
Hi, Mike.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you as always.
And we are excited to be part of today's broadcast team. A group from the EGRL, Elite Girls Rugby League. We're happy to have us on our channel, and we feel honored to take part in it. Thanks to Bill Leclerc for the invite.
Absolutely. It was great to get that text from you, Mike, to say, hey, if you're free, we'd love to head up to West Point this weekend and call the game. I said, I think I can move some stuff around my calendar.
Not a terrible place to be on a beautiful Sunday.
Absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous weather here today. It feels like early fall, which is perfect rugby weather. The ever-present train in the background is making its way, so the sound will get a little bit better for those of you at home who are following at home. We got a couple of bits of pregame information left to do as the teams kind of finalize, and I'm sure they'll make their way to the center for the national anthem, and the announcements of the starting lineups. I think one of the stories that we'll talk about today, Steph, that I absolutely love and certainly get the shout-outs out right away, the Elite Girls Rugby League is absolutely ecstatic to have so many of our players on the field, so many of our pre-EGRL, before the EGRL existed, and our EGRL players, as many as 9 or 10 from Mount St. Mary's and another 5 or 6 from Women's Army Rugby. So that's a fair number of players that have come out of our league.
It's a full starting side.
Yeah, we are pumped for that.
100%, Mike. And, you know, you had mentioned that when we were chatting beforehand, and then I looked at the rosters, and I'm seeing Morris, West Carroll, Aspetuck, you know, the list goes on, you know, across both rosters, and it's like it's just fantastic to see.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
And nothing makes us prouder to be part of that and to see the progression of the sport and see how these athletes have come on and made a difference on their respective teams, and I'm sure we'll see that again today. So kudos, get those out of the way. All the coaches that are watching now at home, we're happy to have you, and we're super proud of your work to get these athletes to this stage. So both teams are making their way to the center for the national anthem, and we'll get that rolling in a minute. And then we'll give you the starting lineups.
Fans, we welcome you again to Anderson Rugby Complex for today's match. We will now introduce the starting lineup. For the visiting Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers, number 1, Izzy Smith.
First up for Mount St. Mary's, wearing number 1, Izzy Smith.
Bree Kindick.
Number 2, Bree Kindick from Downingtown.
Callie Dietz.
Number 3, Callie Dietz from West Carroll.
Number 4, Bella Canby.
Wearing number 4, Bella Canby, also
Number
from West
5,
Carroll.
Sophia Mathis.
Number 5, Sophia
Number
Mathis.
6, Sophia Cinder.
Number 6, Sophia Cinder.
Number 7, Sydney Sibilia.
Wearing number 7, Sydney Sibilia from Morris.
Caroline Bauer.
Number 8, Caroline Bauer.
Amberlyn Todd.
Number 9, Amberlyn Todd.
Number 10, Shania Mayers.
Number 10, Shania Mayers.
Number 11, Savannah Short.
Wearing number 11, Savannah Short.
Number 12, Monet Hubbard.
Number 12, Monet Hubbard.
Number 13, Olivia Woodward.
Number 13, Olivia Woodward.
Number 14, Lily Myers.
Number 14, from West Carroll, Lily Myers.
15, Neely Denlinger.
Number 15, from Nightmares, not EGRL, but Nightmares in Pennsylvania, Neely Denlinger.
Number 17.
Number 16, Molly Gallick.
Number 18.
Number 17, Lexi Landro. Number 18, Anna Yerofeev from Morris. Number 18, Rachel Camiglio from Aspetuck. Number 20, Emilise. Number 24, Anna Kugelman from Morris. And number 25, Riley Sibilia, also from Morris. Great to see so many. And now up for Women's Army Rugby.
Number 1, Stevie Ray Ricklick.
Wearing number 1, Stevie Ray Ritlick.
Number 2, Caitlin Winker.
Number 2, Kate Winker.
Number 3, Mackay O'Boyle.
Wearing number 3, Mackay O'Boyle, hailing from the West Carroll
4,
territory.
Ellie Kearney.
Number 4, Ellie Kearney.
Number 5, Taimane Fiatoa.
Number 5, Mane Fiatoa.
Number 6, Keely Davis.
Number 6, Keely Davis.
Number 7, Winter Favre.
Number 7, Winter Favre.
Number 8, Cecilia Ollis.
Number 8, Cecilia Ollis, hailing from Wando in EGRL
Emma
Club.
Gamboa.
Number 9, Emma Gamboa from Morris
Number
in
10,
EGRL Club.
Sohila Gwen Campos.
Number 10, Sosa Campos.
Number 11, Chloe De Leon.
Number 11, Chloe De Leon.
Number 12, Alyssa Eisenhart.
Number 12, Alyssa Eisenhart, also
Number
from
13,
Morris.
Yesenia Morales.
Wearing number 13, Yesenia Morales.
Number 14, Alyssa Davis.
Number 14, Alyssa Davis.
Number 15, Erin Jacob.
Number 15, Erin Jacobs.
Number 16, Carla Carreno.
Number 16, Carla Carreno.
Number 17, Tyra Ringdahl.
Number 17, Tyler Ringall.
Number 18, Reagan King.
Number 18, Reagan King, hailing from
Number
Doylestown.
19, Marissa Woolbrink.
Number 19, Marissa Woolbrink.
Number 20, Zoe Weimer.
Number 20, Zoe Weimer.
21, Gabrielle Winker.
Number 21, Gabby Winker.
Number 22, Emily Viscara.
Number 22, Emily
Number
Viscara.
23, Emily Steen.
And number 23, Emily Steen. And that concludes our lineups. Next up, the national anthem.
Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
And the anthem is set, and the teams make their way to the center of the field, and we're about to get this thing going.
Got some good energy out there today, Mike, and we've got a beautiful day up here at the Anderson Complex. I think it's, listen, you've been spending some time up here with your daughter, Alyssa, who I should have mentioned when you were rostering, playing with War. But what a fantastic place to be and to play some rugby today between these two great sides.
No doubt. Exciting day, beautiful place. And listen, let's be honest. I mean, this is the game they play in heaven, as they say. So here we are. Not a bad way to spend your day. So we are happy to be here and see how this unfolds. So I think, Steph, one of the stories for me is that this is a bit of a bounce-back game for both teams.
Okay.
You know, they both came off a tough loss last week. They opened their seasons against the two national contenders. Mount St. Mary's opened with Harvard, who was the national champions last year.
Yeah.
Army opened with Dartmouth, the runner-up. Both ran into some buzzsaw attack and kind of walked away licking their wounds a little bit, feeling like they need to bounce back. So that energy, I think we're going to see right off the bat.
I agree with you, Mike. And listen, I think it's also, those results are also early in the season. You make a great point, right? You're running up against two hard-charging teams coming off the championship last year, but we're looking at two good sides here, quality rugby, so I suspect we'll get a good game today.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think we're going to see that energy right off the bat. I think we're going to see what happens. Got the signal from the referee, says he's ready to start the clock. And Mount St. Mary's coached by Maggie Miles and War coached by Bill Leclerc. Eisenhart with ball in hand, and the clock starts. Ball's up, travels 10. Good chase. This looks like Morales could be on the hit. It's bobbled a little bit. Knock-on advantage is being played. This is Alice with ball in hand, who starts to right away with some churning. Brings the ball inside the 22. Gamboa with hands on, brings it out. That's Carney with ball. That's Winker driving on. First time we've seen her wearing the number 2 jersey. We'll see how that turns out. Ball comes out. That's O'Boyle. A little bit mishandled. Backward, though. Looks like it's still on. This is Morales with ball in hand. Out to Eisenhart. A little bit of a slick surface there. Loses her feet. Able to set. The recycle's on. Favre with the seal. Gamboa brings it out. This is Carney driving on.
Great front foot rugby from Army right here, right now in this first phase, epoch of play. Really just moving that ball. Great into contact, Mike. Pumping those legs. Keeping the ball up. Making those hard yards.
Absolutely. Love the defensive work there. That was the number 9. Going to have to get a name on that. But the number 9 from Mount St. Mary's doing a really good job trying to get her hands on the ball for the post. This is
Amberlyn
Campos.
Todd.
That was Amberlyn Todd. Okay, this is Campos. That would be De Leon, who's a plebe, first-year player, to Gamboa in the corner. Looks like we've got Ritlick over the ball. Campos going to bring it out. This is Eisenhart out to Winker. Looks to shoot the gap, and this might pay off. Goes under the sticks. And challenged, but gets the try. So it's Gabby Winker for the opening points. Puts 5 on the board with about a minute and a half gone. And
Spaces, not faces, Mike. I mean, that's the idea. Even in the 15s game, it's like looking for that open spot and capitalizing, drawing that defender, creating that open space, that angle. And there it was.
I think you're absolutely right. It was a nice shift. Saw that little gap, and certainly love to see your front row seeing a little footwork get to that gap and get through.
And you know what? I did like the organization out of the blue jersey over there as far as their defensive line. I'd just like to see a little bit more speed coming up and meeting that player and not giving them the option to make that step. It's
a great observation. This is Eisenhart with the 12 jersey, getting ready for the kick. Should be in her range just based on what we've seen in the past. But there are no gimmies in this game, so we'll see how it goes.
No, sir.
A little bit of a wind. Ball's up and looks to be through. So that's going to be 7-0 with a couple of minutes gone, and I think Army's got to feel good about coming out and starting that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you talk about the composure their players got to have. Eisenhart right there after a hard series of play, coming off the score to then get that tempo down to where she needs it to be to make those kicks. Really, that's some good practice rugby IQ right there.
I will give you that $5 later. And here we come back with ball in hand. We've got the 15 jersey. That's Neely Denlinger, the Nightmares player out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Great program.
Yeah, man. That's O'Boyle. And Davis over the ball. Gamboa hands on. That's Carney to Winker, the try scorer. Drives on. Coming through for the seal. Gamboa going to have to dig it out. There it is. This is Campos. The flick is on. Eisenhart able to field and gather. Oh,
wow,
looks like
nice little run right there.
Little stiff arm, still on her feet. There's Morales, a nice offload. Morales is tough in space. She's looking for De Leon, but not going to need her. Able to make the step and going to get her first 5 of the day. Well done, Yesenia Morales. Like that progression, like to see that those eyes up, looking for that little offload when it counts.
100%, Mike, and I think what you were looking at here was a little bit of a failure in the blue defense, right? There was a lot of wide open space on the near side to us right here. I think Army recognized that right away, made sure they got that ball out quick, and the yards were made, and it results in a try.
And so it'll be Eisenhart again on the tee.
you know, you could see, oh, pardon me, let's let the kick come through and then.
Well, that was a little bit low under the crossbar, so a little bit unlike her, but not able to get those points. We're going to call that the Alaprandi jinx.
Well, you know, going back to that series of play right there with the open space on the near side, you know, you could see the winger short in the blue jersey really calling for assistance, looking for that backup, but unfortunately a little bit too late. So making sure that they're spreading that field and covering those bases is going to be critical here because Army is moving that ball really well in the backfield.
Yeah, I think that's certainly the intention. That's a style of play I know Bill certainly likes to see.
Wide open game.
Up. That's looked like to me fielded before 10. Referee agrees. So for those at home who are not familiar with the game, on a restart, the ball has to travel 10 full meters before you can make a play on it. And it looked to me like it was close, but not quite there. And so we'll scrum in the middle. First time we'll see the set piece today. So first scrum of the day, always something where the referee going to have a little conversation, make sure it's stable and flat. And there's the call. Good hard drive, both sides. A little bit of a wheel, but it looks like it's going to come out. Gamboa, ball in hand to Eisenhart. Eisenhart looks for the pin. A little late offload to Morales. It's a good job by the winger there, 11, to stay home and make the play. That was Savannah Short. Ball looks to be coming out. It's Gamboa again. This is De Leon to Eisenhart on the width. Referee says that one unfortunately traveled forward, and so it's going to go the other way. So ball passed forward in the open, and so it'll be a scrum down to Mount St. Mary's. So we'll see our second scrum of the day. And my clock is showing 33 left, so about 7 minutes gone.
Great little perk here, Mike, today, having the earpiece for the referee here. So, yeah, just give a holler if you need something. I'm hearing it loud and clear.
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate the referee giving us a mic'd up view. We did not plug it into the camera, but Steph here in the booth has a direct feed. So when we miss the calls, we'll be able to get the conversation on the field and cue that up. So
well, let's not get crazy.
Like he started. And here we go.
That means I'd be paying attention.
This time it's Mount St. Mary's with the put in.
Big pack down.
No, they pulled up. Free kick. Now, new law in rugby, can't scrum a second time, and so it's going to be a kick. Now, it's a free kick in front of the 22, so unfortunately she went directly out with that. Just about killed our cameraman, but the question now becomes, what do we do? Because a free kick, not a penalty, out of bounds directly, looks like Army's going to elect for the line out where it went out instead of the scrum from where it was kicked. So we'll see our first line out. It's Alice with ball in hand, and she's going to have the throw in. Got a little bit of a walk-up line out by Army. First jumper's
nice
up,
long
goes a little long, and referee says not traveled and faded. So maybe looking for the third jumper, but faded across the line, so was not straight. The Mount will get the choice, and it looks like they've elected to do the line out, and it'll be Callie Dietz doing the honors.
Yeah, Mike, the throw was good. I think they're just suffering a little bit of the wind down there on the field. You can see it. The flags are they're moving pretty good. So I think throw was good, just long, and got caught in that breeze.
It's a fair point. You can see that flag waving. That's a good one. It's in.
Yeah, first jumper.
And now the ball comes out. That was 12. Monet Hubbard getting some meters. Now comes out again. This is looked to be Izzy Smith on the carry, the prop. And now we'll see the first test of the defensive front from Army. A little bit of line pressure there, able to get the 13, but she's got the ball presented. That was Olivia Woodward.
Ooh, wow.
Penalty arm is up. Let's see what we've got there. You were high, he said. You came across and you were high in the tackle. Certainly something from a safety perspective that all referees are keeping a keen
100%.
eye on. This looks to be Hubbard, who's going to try to kick for touch. And it's a nice kick, but not going to make it out. That's Eisenhart making the field. And so Army now with the ball in hand. A little step and gains a few. Ball looks to be sealed, and Gamboa will try to bring it out. So again, for those at home that are not aware, on the penalty, it's got to reach touch for you to keep it. This is Winker. This is Kate Winker.
Man, again, with those pumping legs, that's fantastic.
She is an incredibly strong runner. That's
Great
good handle by Alice to get that one. Keeping it alive. This is Ritlick over the ball. Gamboa with hands. That was Campos, who took the ball from Keely Davis. Now Alice looking for the gap.
Wow. Powerful runner.
Yes, definitely. You get her in the open and get the legs going. It's
breaking tackles left and right.
That's probably going to be playing on the ground there. Yeah, unfortunately, he says you were on the ground and you can't put your hands on the ball. Rugby is a game played from its feet, and so there's a penalty there. They go for the quick tap, and unfortunately, you were not 10. So again, after the penalty, the the offending team must back up 10 meters, and if they try to make a play before 10 meters, it looks like that's going to be a repeat. So the shot has been called.
Great decision from Army here. Get those points, get the ball back early in the game. Just keep clicking away on that scoreboard.
So after the shot is called, officially you've got 60 seconds. Not sure how tight they call this at the collegiate game. At the high level, they give you exactly 60 from the minute you call that shot. And so the time it takes for the tee to get out there and the time it takes for Alyssa to get her set up, because she certainly takes every second, it could be a little dicey.
We're here for you, Alyssa.
Kicks up. And
Great
that
strike.
time the flags are up, so that's 3 more. So that decision pays off.
Absolutely. Nice line drive down the middle, splitting the posts, putting 3 on the board. Great idea on the field. That's what you want to see, that kind of decision making.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Yeah, game management for sure.
Absolutely.
Certainly that's the kind of thing that as their season progresses, I think, they're going to need moments like that to pull it off. So that 3 makes it 15, and we've got about 28 to play in the opening half. It looks like Denlinger again with ball in hand. And so just waiting for a shoe to get tied there.
Well, 15 up, about 12 in. Matt Mount's, I think, still in this game. Mike, we're seeing some good scramble D there. I think they just have to read that ball a little quicker.
Agree.
Get those players in place, and I think they can get something going.
So this is Finatoa with ball in hand. Oh, the strip. Well done there. That could have been Kindig from Downingtown. So that was a smart job to get her hands on the ball. Aggressive play. And that was Todd. This is Yerofeev.
Oh, wow,
that
pick
came
and
a little
go was
early.
read well.
Came a little early, and that's going to be the penalty. So offsides there against Army. And so now the decision.
Just a step too early on that read, man. She saw it coming down that channel.
Yeah, I had the luxury of watching her come on the field last week, and real good player. I think she's got a really bright future. That was quite a collision there between Winker and Kindig.
Yeah.
Now Dietz with ball in hand. Drives on. Good attempt to get the ball, but the clean out, solid clean out there. I did not
Ruck
catch the
from
number.
5.
Big hit by Morales, and that is what Yesenia does. She is a game changer when she makes those hits, and that is clean and hard.
It was Mathis in the number 5 jersey, blue, on that first clean out. Really nice work.
Good job. Good job by her for sure. That was good work by her. This is Sibilia. And referee, we're going to stop. He says, listen, time off for a second. We got to have a chat. And more than likely, that's because it's the second time they've jumped early in a short period of time. And so, again, normally in this game, in rugby, referees will have a conversation with the captain, talk it over, say, listen, talk to your team. I've now seen this penalty more than once. It's got to get cleaned up. Otherwise, it's going to be an infraction that could send somebody off. And so that's exactly what you see here.
That's what you're worried about with that chat, right? It's like he's seen it a couple times at this point, and he's giving a fair look and saying, just chat with the folks, make sure they're behind that back foot, not starting early. Because if I see it again, there's going to be a problem.
That's right. And I actually think it's a great way to play it. It gives the teams the opportunity to make the adjustment.
Yeah.
As opposed to simply like, hey, that's the second time, third time I just go to my pocket, and then it just gets amped up. So real nice job by him to give them the warning.
100%.
Give them a chance to fix it themselves. Clock is back on, and Now the tap and go. It's a nice run there. That's Izzy Smith. And good clean out by Yerofeev.
A little bit of a hot potato there, but they're able to hold on.
Sibilia with the seal, comes out. Good footwork there by 4. That's Canby. Remember her from her West Carroll days. This is Dietz. And Alice. So Metten driven back. That's the kind of line speed and pressure I think you're going to want to see from your defense. Get up in their face and drive them back on contact. 2 people on the tackle. So I think you're right. I'm seeing Mount is doing the right things. They've got kind of the pattern, the system. They're trying to make it happen. Just got to get a couple through that gap. That was.
It's just, you know, the form, the shape is there, right? I just want to see a little bit more off that foot. You know, like a little bit of ball from depth is going to hit that shoulder a lot easier.
Absolutely.
You know, and then you're going to get those line breaks that you need to get the ball moving.
So the arm went up. That was a penalty to Mount for not rolling, and that's a nice strike. That one looks like it's going to find touch. That was a nice kick by Hubbard, gained quite a few meters there, so puts them in their, really probably their first dangerous position of the day.
Yeah.
You know, just
absolutely.
outside the 22 there. They had a nice line out before, so you can figure. It looks like we got maybe a player who's going to need to be cleaned up. Morales makes her way to the sideline with a little bump, and the referee
Confirmed
says,
blood injury.
Yeah, we're gonna stop the clock, let her get cleaned up.
So I agree, Mike. I really liked their last set piece line out over here on the near side. I thought they did a great job. I think they understood that the wind was coming across the field at a good clip, so they went to that first jumper, secured the ball, got the ball moving through the back line. I mean, and like you said, they're in a dangerous spot here. So let's see if they can use this to be the attacking platform they need to put some points on the board.
Yeah, I would think that's what you're gonna. What's happening on the field, the conversation, right? Is that, listen, we've got to get this. This is a good spot to attack. I see Sibilia's lined up in the centers, so could have a little bit of a flick, latch, and drive there. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. So this is Dietz with ball in hand. Jumpers up. Looked a little not straight, but he let it play.
Yeah.
No, maybe, yeah. So he did come back and say that did not go straight. So unfortunately, that's going to result in a scrum. Unfortunately for Mount, that's going to result in a scrum to Women's Army Rugby. Fortunate if you're on the
in the black jersey
for war, right? Exactly.
Particularly in that field position right there, right? So, yeah, just unfortunately drifted out to away from the inside shoulder and not making it contestable down the channel.
Yeah, pretty common. You know, they use that inside ear.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, look, if you're sort of on the head, inside ear, we're good. Getting a little note here from the production crew, says the clock on our feed is just a running clock, and the scoreboard clock is rolling as official. So scoreboard clock has 24 left to play. And it looks like we're just going to redo that scrum here.
Ooh, nice
Big
pack
drive
right
there by Mount, yeah. Came out, Alice able to get her hands on it. Gamboa in some trouble, able to get it off. Campos makes a nice jump on the ball. Now they're pinned back a little bit. This is dangerous, but Winker doing what she needs to do there, straightening it up, getting us back to where we need to be. Ball,
absolutely.
again, a little choppy. Eisenhart looks to put it to her foot. It's a nice chase here by Davis, and the ball finds touch. So green space kick finds touch, and they get out of the immediate threat. That one looked a little disorganized. Couple of phases there that looks like Gamboa's having a little hard time getting her hands on clean ball.
Yeah, that was some good pressure from the blue jersey on that far side over there by the inside the 22. The one thing, again, I do want to see is that, you know, we're still wide open on this space near side over here, and I think that's got to get clogged up if they want to keep that that outside lane from becoming, the pole position, let's
say. Right, a little track meet here.
Yeah.
That's a nice throw. Oh, but stolen by Favre.
Wow.
It's a great play for her to see it go through the hands. And the clean out, and now the ball should be available.
Great heads-up play from Favre.
Gamboa paused them there. That was a nice job by her to pause them. She saw them coming early before, gave them a little look. And Alice drives on with a little somersault, and the ball is played out. This is Finatoa. To Eisenhart, to Morales.
Great little offload.
Gamboa with ball. Out to Winker, to Ollis. So that combination we're seeing is working so far, that Winker-Ollis, sort of short channel. That's
wow.
Ridlick. Ridlick's got she has some impressive feet and acceleration.
Absolutely.
And that's, you sort of just can't wait to see her get things rolling because it's there. This is DeLeon in the width, looking for Eisenhart, who then cleans it out. Probably a smart decision there to just bring it back. That's Keeley Davis with ball in hand. Now comes out. This is Finatoa, a little sidestep.
Oh, Finatoa
well
just
played,
dancing
right?
out of that.
Come on. This is Jacobs brings it out to Morales. Out to Alyssa Davis on the wing.
Unlucky.
So a little choppy in the ball handling, but you see it forming. You can kind of see it's available. Just got to get a couple of clean passes.
100%. People are in the right places at the right time, and it's just get the jittery hands out of the way, and this ball's going to start moving.
I agree. Yeah, so that one finds touch, and it's going to go to Mount St. Mary's for the line out. This is Callie Dietz with the ball and gets set up for the line out. So nice work there. I'm liking the footwork followed by the passing, right? Like trying to make something and then looking for the open man. Just got to clean those up a little bit, and there's something there for sure.
Yeah.
First jumper's up.
Nice
Fielded
take.
Cleanly. There's the footwork for Hubbard. Eisenhart's got her tied up. She's still churning. There's the offload. It was a nice job. Get it out to Mayers. That one looks like it might have gone forward. And DeLeon able to recover. Oh, good hands by Winker.
Hands.
And Gamboa brings it again. It's Campos to Ollis. Got some space there. Oh! That one's going to be a knock-on, I think, for sure. And there it is. So the knock-on results in a scrum down to Mount. I think they're going to want that one back. They had the space there in the width.
So I feel like both teams might need to take a deep breath, right, and just and play your game.
Yeah, a little panicky.
A little panicky, just in the hands, right? Everybody's in the right spots.
Yep.
But just settle into your role. Trust who's to the left, to the right, and who's behind you. You're going to do great.
It's a great insight. One of the hardest things to do, but that's definitely
100%.
When you see the highest levels, that's what it is. It's they're able to relax because they just do what they do.
Yeah.
Not too much, not too little, just right. Goldilocks approach there,
Exactly right.
All right, so this is Mount with ball in hand. Looks like we've got maybe a substitution in there. I'm seeing Riley Sibilia on the wing for Mount. I did not see who went out. But there have been some hard collisions, so hopefully whoever went out is not out because they're hurt. Ball comes out. This is Hubbard with ball in hand. Eisenhart on the line speed. Little flick into space.
That
It was a
great.
nice look. It was a nice look. Referee says you did not roll, and so the penalty goes to Mount. So again, just for those at home, the way this works is that after the tackle, you officially have to roll east to west to get out of the way. So that one was called for not doing that. The tap and go. This is Yerofeev. Big solid hit by Ollis.
Oh, I thought that ball was going to get lost. Nice work by her to get it back.
Yeah, I agree. That was a solid strike.
Yeah.
This is Sibilia. 2 on the tackle. That was O'Boyle and Finatoa. This is Dietz. Challenge there by Winker, but able to secure it. This is Mayers.
Nice run.
Woodward.
Right into a great tackle, though.
Yep. It was Favre on the tackle.
Oh,
another
big
solid
stick
hit
from
by
Moore
Ollis, and this time the ball comes loose. He's got the arm out. Says the knock on, no advantage gained. And so, again, for the folks at home who don't know the game or follow it closely, the arm comes out saying, hey, I've got the call. That's the knock on, but we're going to let this play out. And if you gain an advantage, you can go ahead and just keep playing. That time he said there wasn't an advantage gained, and so we stop it, start again.
So just a report from the field, it looks like there was another warning to War on the back foot, making sure that you're staying onside there. So I suspect if that's not cleared up, we might be seeing the referee go to the pocket. Yeah. So I think it's something that War has to watch out for.
I definitely think it's one of those yellow flags to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
That's now the third conversation. And again, the line, so for those that are football fans, American football fans at home, the line of scrimmage, so to speak, the offsides line in rugby is the back foot of the backmost player on your team. So when the breakdown happens, that's a penalty. Looks like War lost their binds, big hard drive, and that's got to make you happy if you're the scrum coach at Mount.
Absolutely. I mean, they're doing a good job in that pack down the blue jersey right there. That's the second time they've kind of been in control of that set piece. And so, that's the kind of thing that sparks the attack, right?
Yep, that is
that turnover like from right there. I mean, that's something you pat yourself on the back, get the calm down, and get at it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, it goes back to your comment about you do what you do well, right? And, I mean, if you're a front row player and you're driving the opponent off the ball enough that they lose their bind, you've done what you do, and you've just done it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good bonus at the end of the year for you on that one.
That's good leg drive on the defense.
Absolutely.
Happy to see that, and down goes the 6. And so that was Sophia Sender. This is Yerofeev. She's having she's getting her meters in. She's running into Alice quite a bit. That's quite a matchup there. 2 EGRL players, big, strong runners. Good little flick to Dietz. Dietz drives on. We've got 2 on the tackle. Referee says, "Not listen. This is going to be enough."
Oh boy.
So it looks to me like, yep. So this is going to be 5. Finatoa, who looks like is going to go off with a card more than likely. He's going to the pocket. That's going to be a penalty that's going to result in a person down. And so referee says, yep, that's too much. And my guess on that one was what we would call a tip tackle. The defender, if you lift the player off the ground, it's your responsibility to bring him to the ground safely. And so he felt that was not the case.
That's correct, Mike. Not a lot of language around it, just said safety was the issue.
Yep.
This is why I'm going to, but you're absolutely right.
So they'll play down for the next 10 or so minutes. Referee says not that time. The penalty was not released, so somebody got their hands on the ball. I did not see who. This time looks like Gamboa will tap and go.
No comment from there other than just getting to the mark.
Yep, there we go. Oh, good idea. That's Ritlick in space. Great play by Winker. And offload to Gamboa. This is what you like to see. That's Davis, Keely Davis, ball in hand.
Mike, this is great rugby. This is rugger down on the attack. I mean,
that's far. Flicks it out to Alice. Looking for the mismatch. Going to drive on. She might get there. Oh, great job by Mount to hold her up. Now the ball comes in for the recycle. To Eisenhart. Little flick to Yesenia. Drives on, but not able to get there. That was Sibilia on the tackle. Nice job by Sydney. Ball's available. Eisenhart hands on. Pounds forward. Drives the legs. Very close, but not able to get it in. And now Gamboa. This is Keely Davis. To Winker. And almost gets another one. They're
good
right there
D
knocking on the door. Yeah, Mount doing a nice job to stay firm in this space. Oh, nice little wraparound. Well done. Oh, unfortunately lost forward. This is a nice sequence. Good job by Mount to take it. So looks to me like we're going to have a conversation with the assistant referee, the AR there on the side, and probably just to confirm the call. And, yeah, the call was clearly
knock on by 4.
Yeah, so that was a nice little wraparound there by Ellie Carney wearing the 4 jersey. Just lost the handle a little bit after contact.
Hey, Mike, the composure there by the blue jersey, well within their 5, was really impressive, right? It's like when you're in there and you can force that turnover that way, your defense is popping on the right cylinders, right?
Absolutely.
It's like really well done there to save that try, because there was some nice little play from Eisenhart to the, I forget the player's name you had mentioned, who had the run here.
Yeah.
Once again, Eisenhart held that ball, drew the defender, but it was read well by blue to stop it again.
Held it. Yep.
So that was a good 3-minute series of defense.
I agree. I think you got to feel real good about that if you're Mount, because they're coming at you fast and furious, and
Absolutely.
you held your ground, and that's the gold zone, as they call it, right? The toughest place to defend on the field, and they did it. So hats off to them.
Hard work.
So we got around 14 or so left to play. And referee looks to reset the scrum. And now the clock is back on. Now, we did see a very successful scrum a couple minutes back from Mount. I would think they'd want this again. You might expect the clearance kick, the safety kick. Hubbard's been taking the kicks wearing the 12 jersey, so she's lined up with some depth for the kick. And so that would make the most sense, and there the ball comes out. Nice boot.
Yeah.
And not going to make touch. This is Alyssa Davis with ball in hand. Brings it right back in, so courageous run by the winger there, and now able to reset. He's got lots of space here on the width. You would expect
Absolutely.
them to be looking for DeLeon in the width. But look at the drive. Look at the leg drive. Still going. At some point, we've got a maul here. I guess not that time. So, and Gamboa brings it again to the short channel.
Boy, if War can get that ball out wide, they're home to the race.
Yeah.
They're off to the races.
I would agree. I would think if you're Chloe DeLeon here wearing the 11 jersey, you're like,
chomping at the
bring
bit.
it.
Chomping at the
Yeah.
bit. You know, and if I'm out on the wing in the blue jersey, I'm doing less ruck watching and making sure where that moment is, right? It's like I'd just like to see that space covered a little bit more.
And so it results in a scrum that will go to the black jersey, Gamboa with ball in hand. And so this is usually where if you're a pack player, this is where you might like to see a little flex here, a little hard push. See if they can drive it in. Mount's going to be ready for it, and they look like they are. Alice picks. She's got some space. She gets her shoulders down, and there it is.
Solid 8-man pick in the 22. Nice work.
Well done by Cecilia Alice to get another 5 on the board, around the 15-meter line there as far as the width. So good work there to see the space and make it happen. Congratulations, Cecilia.
What a mix, right? Just toughness and intelligence, right? Rugby IQ and the heart. Like, I mean, that's a great move right there off the back of that scrum down.
Yeah.
And they had to control it off a pretty formidable Mount pack, right? So good work by the War pack there to create a stable platform so that Alice can do what she does well.
Yeah, and I think that is something that's probably worth noting is that, so much of pack rugby is based on the physics, right? The size. And War is not a large team by comparison to some of the other packs. And so they've got their work to do pretty much game in and game out.
As our buddy Bill Dobbs on the camera always says, technique's important.
Big strike. Looks like it was pushed across the front of the post, so that's not going to result in points. And so 20-0 is the score line with around 11 and a half or so to play.
Tough angle and some big distance between that kick there.
Yeah, you get out into the tram lines, as they call it, right out into the 15-meter, 5-meter. Those are now getting to be angles that are tough. Had the distance, just got to dial in and recalibrate that angle. But we've got about 11:30 or so to play, so maybe get another shot at it.
Game settling in nicely, too.
Yeah, starting to see something here. We got Denlinger with ball in hand, and Mount coming up ready for the kick chase. Ball's up, travels into, that's going to be a knock-on,
unlucky.
Unfortunately. So a little mishandled. So if you're Mount, this is another opportunity to really create some attacking. Referee looks to have stopped the clock. He's just resetting the mark. Okay, so he's coming back and saying the knock-on was here, so that's where the mark is going to be, just outside the 22.
A little bit of comment from the referee to the teams down there is play to the whistle so nobody gets hurt. Kind of liking the way that Sir is managing the field here. Safety always paramount, right? Pulling up scrum downs when he doesn't like what he's seeing, these kind of quick chats.
Yep.
Not a lot of language, just
conversation, get to it, and
yeah.
Simple and direct. Probably good for everybody. So I would expect to see a big drive here if you're Mount, right? So there, he said that one probably a little early there on the engage. Let's just do it again. And adrenaline gets going, and you want to hit that quick drive on the
100%.
crouch bind set. Officially, cannot drive until the ball is placed, and so
you're always looking for the edge.
Yeah.
It's like if you can get that split second before, puts you in a better position and get away with it.
Well, rugby doesn't have rules; it has laws, so they're subject to interpretation.
Exactly right.
There you go. There it is.
You just need a good attorney.
Ball comes in. That time looks to be hooked. Drives on, but now the pushback comes, and the penalty goes to War.
Nice work by the black pack right there. Fantastic work.
Hand signal says you were driving upward. You have to drive straight, and you lifted, and unfortunately that results in a penalty. So Eisenhart will try to find touch here. Does so and finds the line out. So thankfully that tree is there to stop the ball, and we will have a line out to black.
Going into the Hudson and drifting away. So nice work from the black pack there, right? What they absorbed that first hit, right? They felt it. It was pulled back, and then they charged it again.
Yeah.
And that's 8 people thinking together at the same time. Like That is solid teamwork. Really nice work.
Yeah, I having never been in there and having no desire to ever be in there, I can only tell you from the outside looking in, it looks like it takes tremendous core strength and timing to do something like that. So
in unity, right? Due. It's like everybody working in unison.
This is O'Boyle with ball. Sibilia with a nice attempt on the strip. Campos to Eisenhart. Out into the width. This is Davis. Nice offload to DeLeon, who keeps her feet. Oh, but that time she's driven into touch. So good defense there by Mount to take her into touch. Oh, but referee says that was a high tackle, and so it remains with the black jersey. Gamboa to Favre. Favre to Davis. Winker comes over for the seal. Gamboa with handball. Alice out into the width to Eisenhart. Little sidestep.
Nice feet from Eisenhart today, Mike.
Yeah,
really nice work in that contact area. Yeah, just, again, spaces, not faces, and she's finding it.
Winker
that critical
does her job,
3-5 steps.
O'Boyle to Davis. To DeLeon. Oh, this has some good magic written on it. This is the plebe. She's got some pace. Big chase by Denlinger, puts it in the correct hand and drops it down. So to me, that's something that I'm really interested there. Winger takes the ball in, carrying the ball in the left hand, sees the pressure coming left,
switches,
changes it to the right, dips the shoulder to protect the ball, dots it down. That's pretty high caliber stuff right there from DeLeon.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nice work, too, with a little show and go to her teammate here to open that space up and then just arcs out. And I tell you what, 15, Dellinger, did you say? Denlinger, pardon me for the family at home, but holy cow, what a post-pattern run. That's the second or third from this young lady coming across the field that way.
She did.
She almost there.
Came across with serious pace and just about got there. So this time the other side of the field, just inside the 15-meter. Strikes up. Oh, hits the post. This kid has had, so last week we hit the crossbar. Today she hits the post. I think there's something special that happens if you hit the other post and you get all three. That's, All right, Finatoa makes her way back into the field. A little conversation with the referee to square some things up and just get some clarification.
So speed and timing were okay. He said your position is off. So wherever you are, take a step back. He's like, everything else is working fine. He's like, we won't see the yellow again.
Yeah, good rule of thumb there, I think, is wherever you think you need to be, one more step back.
100%.
Denlinger with the kick. This is out to Ritlick, I believe. Good footwork.
Woo!
Yes, and breaks.
Oh, wow. And
another.
Again.
Looking. There's the offload to Favre. That's great work.
So proud of that prop.
Yeah, man. That's great footwork. And good acceleration, to be fair. Right? Comes through the channel and accelerates. And
absolutely, but managing her speed through the whole thing. It's like just having that step.
Hollis to Eisenhart, little show.
Great
to
work.
Morales. Ball coming out. Gamboa looking. To Favre. This is Carney. I look to split them. Splits the defenders. Got through one. Now the set. Here it is. Gamboa again looking. Still got some space here on the left. Winker. Oh, nice attempt. That's going to be a penalty probably for the knock-on. Yeah.
I think they're lucky to get away with that one, too, because there was only one hand out, right?
Yeah.
You got to be careful with that going for that cherry pick. It's got to look like you're really going for it.
It's a good point, and that's one of those sort of rugby nerd pickups, right? Like we can see this. If you watch the game at a high level, they talk about that. The referee's looking. Do you have two hands on the ball or one hand out?
Yeah.
And which way is your palm pointing? If your palm is pointing to the floor, then that's potentially a cardable offense. This is DeLeon. Looks like she's going to get another one. There it is.
So having a day.
Yeah, good work there by the centers to bring it out, see the space, keep it easy. No need to go in there against contact.
Yeah. That's interesting you were just saying about the handout. I didn't even know that, like, palm facing down is actually another telltale sign of saying, you know what, you're come over here.
Well, yeah. So the law reads something along the lines of you can, it's a knock on if you had a play on the ball, right?
Yeah.
So continuity being such a big part of the game, anything that's going to stop the game is a bigger infraction. And so if you had a legit play on the ball, that's kind of the way the law reads, then it's okay, play on. And so the idea is you definitely did not have a catchable ball if your hand is facing the floor, and there's only one of them out
Makes
there.
sense.
Like,
now
how
you're
could you
just
possibly
interrupting
catch the ball?
flow, and yeah.
Exactly. You're
Okay.
just stopping the continuity. So that's a big deal. So this is furthest kick of the day. This one all the way out on the 5 meter. Score reads 30 with about 3 to play. Big strike. It's going to drop a little short.
Well, I think, we're benefiting from the shade up here, and I just heard the referees kind of chuckling between themselves saying, I thought it was supposed to be a bit cooler today. So I suspect, it's, we're not feeling the heat that's on the field right now. As you can see, full blast sun, a little bit cooler up here under the eaves, and, the heat takes its toll.
We are definitely spoiled here in the booth at the beautiful Anderson Rugby Complex. It is a gorgeous place to play rugby. Every time I come here, I think to myself, man, if I would have played rugby on a field like this ever, I would have been happy. That one does not appear to travel 10. Referee says it was not played, and so Army will get the choice. It'll be scrum down center they go for. And puts the mark right at the center.
Mike, I think that 2 and 25 is going to be a welcome break for both sides here to get a little bit of water and get out of the sun there and, just kind of regroup. But, been a pretty exciting, let's say, second quarter for sure.
Yeah. So, as the first half winds down, second quarter, as you say, it's referee finding a new mark, just a little choppy there at the middle of the field. And so sometimes the front row, they might ask for it. Might say, hey, we're having a hard time getting a grip. Can you move us into a better spot? And second row. Corrected by someone who would know. It's the second row. Front row doesn't care at all. They're just like, we do this all day. That's what we do.
All day long.
Going to start it again. Didn't like the positioning.
We could have Jan here to give us the philosophical and PhD dissertation on second row. Shout out to our man Jan, who can't be here, Jan Monrad, today.
I'm sailing. There's the call. Ball comes in. Oh, that could be a knock on. Yeah, arms out. So, yeah, unfortunately lost the handle there. Good hard drive by Mount results in the knock on. So they're going to.
Hat tip to the Mount Pack, man. They're doing some work out there today.
Yeah.
Really disruptive. Turning the ball for themselves. At the 50, a little bit to play here.
So I did not see it before, but it looks to me like Sibilia has moved into the 8 position. So that's a potential runner. Sydney good with the ball in hand. So we'll see what they choose to do.
Yeah, we know her in the 8 from the high school team, and super handy in that jersey.
Hooked, and there it is. Mason looking for it. This is back to the 9. This is Hubbard, the 12. Good scraping tackle there by Gamboa. Way to be there. You don't love seeing your 9 make tackles, but when you got a 9 like Gamboa, she can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good placement there by Dietz. Ball comes out again.
Want to see Mount with a little bit of patience here.
Sophia Mathis. Yeah, I agree. Take your time. You've
right.
got it rolling. Somehow Boyle winds up with the ball in hand and
great poach.
Davis, who brings it back. And that one is playable. Hollis looks to come up. Referee says ball is not out. Don't come off sides. A little latch and drive there. Good job by Favre. Got some momentum and a nice seal. That's a smart play. That's Carney to Winker. Gamboa to Ritlick to Eisenhart with a step.
Great step again.
Drives on for some meters. Ball's available. Gamboa. Little choppy pass is Finatoa. Little flick out to Alice. Keeps it alive to Carney, brings it out to Favre. Nice little offload, shoulders forward. Favre, well played. A second attempt by Campos. Unfortunately, that one did not go. Good job by Mount to hold their position, and they're able to take the ball. They're in front of the 22, so they're going to probably run it, and that's what you see here. That, I believe, is Izzy Smith gaining big meters after contact.
Absolutely.
Well job by her. Referee says that's a penalty.
Good for Mount there because they need to just get some control in the contact area. Going in a little bit high, so they're off that balance. This is a big blow penalty right for them to kind of get their feet under them with the ball in hand.
Agree. Sibilia there. This has got to be getting near last play, so gonna see them want to keep the ball. That one, unfortunately, he says backward. You're okay. Play on. Campos in the tackle. Alice with the strip.
Textbook, hands up, drops in and strips. Unbelievable.
Gamboa, nice little step to Ritlick. Looking back. Pearl Boyle. Good scraping tackle there by the 13. That was Woodward. Penalty, so we can't stop the game on a penalty. Gamboa goes herself with the quick tap. Could not, it was not 10, so go ahead and come on back. So again, we see that smart play there by Gamboa, who says, listen, I'm going to take the quick tap because you're not 10, and if you don't retreat, I just gained a quick 10 meters.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's great heads-up play right off that mark.
There's the quick tap. Finatoa to Carney. To Ritlick in space. That's the one-on-one she's looking for. Great job there in the tackle. That was Denlinger, 15, doing her job. Gamboa to Favre. Out to Alyssa Davis for the width, and that is a way to end the half. Great job by Alyssa Davis to get on the board here on Senior Day for Army. Great job.
And you nailed it. Time has expired. That's a word from the field, so that'll be the half kick to come. But, Mike, we were just talking about on the blue side and composure at the contact area. You just saw Army doing exactly that. It was composure in the contact area, getting the ball out at their pace, not dictated by the other jersey, and there it is.
Solid work. I mean, phase after phase. I really love that final pass.
Man.
They were working it, they're trying to straighten the line up so that they're not drifting, which of course is always a big problem when you play open style rugby like this. But then, I believe it was Favre, got her shoulders square and then looked for that long pass. Davis on the run. That's hard
Absolutely.
to defend. That's an opposing winger's nightmare.
Favre really good in the contact offensively, right? She's just a heads-up player, keeps that ball safe, and then just as she's getting brought to ground, looks for that pass out of the corner of the eye, makes the contact, and pops sympathetically into the hands. Like she's done that a handful of times today.
Kicks up. That one also pushed in front of the post. So Eisenhart going to be a bit frustrated, I think, with the kicks today. Usually an area where she feels real comfortable, but I'm sure we'll hear all about it.
Well, I hope that, she'll be able to push the kicking aside for the footwork that she's doing on the offensive side of the game. Like, we're not getting long runs, but she's getting space when it's necessary to get pressure off the ball so she can get it off. Yeah. She's done that more than a half dozen times today. So if she's beating herself up about the kicks, that's all right. There's next week to work on it. Keep doing what you're doing in the contact.
Agree.
Ball in hand.
Yeah, absolutely fair point, and I think that's the kind of stuff that, easy for us to say, hard for her to do, but, listen, this is the high level of rugby that you're expecting, so
100%.
Get it done.
100%.
So at any minute here, we're going to be joined by Sophia Linder in the booth. I'm hoping she's making her way up here. While we're here at halftime, 35-0, the home squad on Senior Day has the lead. Referee going to come in and get some water, maybe have a couple of points to talk about, but overall, good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, Mike, I agree. I think, the first 10 minutes, both teams were kind of feeling each other out. And there was the choppiness that they were trying to get through. I think Army found their pace or their feet a fair amount quicker than the blue jersey did. But, in fairness, I think Mount really, I'd say in the last 15 minutes of that first half, really started giving it what for in a good game. So,
yeah, I think so. So we're going to hand off the microphone to a little interview here on Senior Day to Firstie, Sophia Linder. I'm going to give a second to get her on the mic, and then Steph. Going to have a little conversation about how the game's going.
Got a hot mic? Can you Go
yes,
ahead.
sir.
All right, very good. Sophia, Steph, pleasure to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
So senior day or firsty day, as I understand.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So big day for you guys here at War. How's it feel?
Good, sir. There's a lot of really hard hits on our line, a lot of really go forward mentality, and we're just trying to get into the sequence of things now.
It's funny you said that because we were just talking about the contact area and the composure that your team has right now. Your teammates are showing out there. I think that's a step forward against the blue jersey that they're not struggling with it at that point, right? It's like they're just keeping the heads calm and the ball's coming out of that contact area fast and it's getting out and you can see the ball being moved backwards and forwards across the field. So I think they're doing exactly what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so we're on camera now, huh? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we really want to emphasize for the second half being disciplined around and inside the ruck, making sure that we're not stepping forward into offsides area and also making sure that we're being disciplined when going in for that poach. We got caught on a couple of times and also for that yellow card, but we really want to keep emphasizing that hard hit, hard line speed mentality on defense.
And that discipline thing it's kind of a double-edged sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to play as close to that law as you can, because otherwise it's ineffective, right?
Yes,
It's like so. And one of the things that I just saw, I think it was Alice in the 8 jersey, just had a fantastic jackal talking about discipline. The timing was great. Hands go up, show the referee I'm free, I'm standing on my own. Boom, takes it away. And that was really the first phase of what resulted in that final score there.
Yes, sir.
So what are you thinking second half wise? You're obviously disciplined, but what I would like to see is getting that ball out to your backs a heck of a lot more, because I see a lot of talent out there. It's being tied up a little bit by some defensive work in the blue jersey.
Yes, so we really want to make sure that we're setting our depth a little bit deeper so that we have more time to run into the ball rather than running a little sideways outside of the defense. We really want to emphasize that forward-back connection and our pods with the back line, so making sure that forward pass doesn't always go just to a forward, but also go into the back line as well.
Absolutely. Have that forward kind of running through, clapping hands, and then just kind of, hate to use the term dummy runner because there's never a dummy runner, right? But to get that ball out to your 10 for the ball distribution and take advantage of that open field for sure.
Yes, sir. We've got a lot of really talented, strong back lines and a lot of really strong runners out there. We just need to make sure that they can hold their feet a little bit and get onto that ball harder.
So I have to ask, from an offensive workout, your team must be working on the pumping the legs into contact.
Yes, sir.
Because we are seeing that in the first half, like just play after play after play, and the importance of that, of just using them like pistons to get those 3, 5, 7 extra yards as you're carrying players with you. Is that something you're focusing on a fair amount?
Yes, sir. After our Dartmouth game this last weekend, we really wanted to emphasize contact, driving legs in contact, and also supporting our players in contact, and making sure that when one of our girls tucks the ball into their hand, we know they're going into contact. That means we latch on and we drive them forward as much as they can. In practice, we really emphasize practicing how you play. And so this week, we really, really emphasize the importance of driving as far as you can in contact to gain as many yards as possible.
Holy cow, you must have worked hard at it this week because it's showing on the field. I mean, I think that's one of the things that Mike were like kind of looking back and forth at each other. Like that play in contact is so critical, and it's being executed like muscle memory,
Yes, sir.
It's like you're almost not thinking about it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we as a team struggled with sloppy offloads in contact, and so this year our philosophy with going into contact is always like, no matter what, be safe, take it to ground, and drive forward. Always secure the ball. Yes, sir.
Yeah, secure the pill, absolutely. So let's get a little selfish. Tell us about your senior year and what the plans are that you've got ahead of you.
Well, I am unfortunately in ACL recovery as of late. I tore my ACL in February of this past year, so I'm senior captain on the sideline. But it's been really amazing to kind of help develop this team as a sort of assistant coach / senior leader. I'm hoping to branch armor once I commission. And I just want to lead soldiers and work on tanks. That's really all I want. Hopefully I'll play all Army afterwards too. I really want my Army career to continue, my rugby career, to continue with all Army, things like that.
That's fantastic. Well, nice work on the sidelines. I'm sure it's not, as a competitor yourself, it's not the easiest thing, but it's great that you're here in a leadership role with your teammates. There's a lot to be said for that as well in the game of rugby and life, and I'm sure for the last 4 years of what you've been building here. So
yes, sir. It is a leadership laboratory after all. So sometimes this place puts you in positions where you're forced to lead even if you don't want to, in different capacities. It's been a real honor to be able to captain this team.
That is fantastic. Well, listen, we wish you the best in your senior
Thank you,
year,
sir.
you
Appreciate
and the
it.
team, and we hope to chat with you after the game.
Go War.
Go War.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cap.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Rugby fans, Women's Army Rugby fans, Mount St. Mary's fans, families, friends, back to the Anderson Rugby
Children of all ages.
Children of all ages. General passersby. It's great to be with you here at the Anderson Rugby Complex. at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. And we are about to start the second half of this Division I NCAA matchup between Women's Army Rugby in black, who will be on the right side of the field, and Mount St. Mary's on the left in the royal blue.
Mount St. Mary's looking real ready for the second half here, taking the field, getting lined up. Army coming together as a unit, as a team, to have a quick chat with everyone. So two different strategies to get the second half started. But, Mike, it hasn't been short of some big contact, some great runs, and some inspired rugby out there first half from both sides.
It's a great point, and that's exactly what you expect to see, right? This is the level of play that we're hoping to see in these D1 programs, and I think these first 5 minutes in the second half will tell us a story. You know, we're gonna look for the energy level on both sides in those first few minutes. It'll be Women's Army Rugby, War getting the ball back on the right side of the screen, and it appears to me that's Denlinger with ball in hand, wearing the 15 jersey, who's been doing the kicking restarts for the Mount. Looking good there. We've got referee signaling to the sideline, and just making sure the counts are ready. And the clock is started. Ball's up. That one travels 10 and it's fielded by Woodward. Great job. Oh, but may have lost it forward in the contact. That is exactly what you want. This is Davis driven out of bounds. And so got a couple of things going on here. Referee says the first thing was the knock-on. And so we're going to play that. There was no penalty. I thought maybe he would call the penalty, but the first one was a knock-on after the restart. So a really nice job. The ball traveled exactly 10. The 13 Woodward comes in, gets it on the fly, but unfortunately after the big hit loses the ball in contact.
Nice shallow kick there too, right? Making him run up on it.
That's it. Expect some contact. And so we'll start right away with a scrum, and it will be Gamboa with ball in hand. It looks to me like no substitutes that I can tell on the Army side, and it looks like we've got pretty much the same lineup here on the Mount side. I have to take a look at the jersey numbers in the pack. Gamboa brings it out inside the 22. Eisenhart looks for the kick. Nice big long ball, gets it past the midfield. Big hop. We'll see what the chase can do. This is Winker.
Just
super
a little
close,
too far
super
above
close.
her fingers. Yeah.
But they do get it back. That's Finatoa, ball in hand. So great job there. Hollis, little sidestep. Ritlick on the bind. There's the drive on.
Hollis doing the work today.
Absolutely. Favre to Carney. Big hit there. That was, can't quite make it out. That could have been Smith. This is Winker. Looking to split two. Get some meters. Good tackle there. Double tackle by Yerofeev and Dietz.
Great composure from the black jersey here.
Little jump off, but she retreated, so we play on. It's Eisenhart to Morales. Takes it with some pace. Looked for the pass, but decided it was smarter to hold. I would have agreed. Good hands. This is O'Boyle. A little fight. That could be Kindig working. O'Boyle still driving. Gamboa to Carney. A little flick to the Keeley Davis, the trailing runner. Referee says, now you were high there, I think. Yeah, over the shoulder, a little seatbelt tackle, and so the quick tap by Gamboa. Winker on the run. Oh, she's got to be licking her chops here. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Oh, unfortunately, that offload looked to be off her knees, but it traveled forward. It was close enough, so going to be a knock.
Boy, I tell you what, West Point really working hard with that ball carry in the contact area. We were just talking to the captain, Linder, and she said, we've been working on it all week. Coming off the Dartmouth game, she said we felt a little bit sloppy in that area, and they've just been drilling it, and holy cow, is it coming out or what?
Yeah, you got to like to see that.
Yeah, I mean.
Always a coach's dream, right? Hey, we worked on this in practice. And it's showing up in the game.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Oh my, and not like flashes, like it's just consistent. Yeah.
So that was number 6, Sophia Sender, coming off for Mount. I did not catch the number of the player coming on. Get that to you as soon as we can. But it's going to be their scrum outside the 22. And free kick says you came across, you did not push straight. So it's a free kick outside the 22.
Sounds like language coming back as it was an early push from Army on that.
Okay.
So penalty went in their into the blue jersey favor.
So really, I mean, could have awarded a penalty there. Went with the short arm, so that says it was a minor infraction.
Yeah.
This is Dietz. Looks like Sibilia over for the seal. Ball comes out again. Hubbard out to, can't quite make it out. It could have been Woodward, the 13. Took it with some pace. Like to see that.
Try to get you an eye on that jersey when she comes up. I think you were correct, 13. 13 or 15, Mike.
Okay, that's Sibilia setting the ball. Again, this is Todd. Oh, stolen by Favre. Jumps the pass. She was onside, and she's going to put it right under the posts. That is solid work on senior day by the senior firstie. Breaks through the line, able to pick the pass and go. Read it, and able to make it happen. Congratulations to Winter Favre, getting 5 on the board.
A little bit of chatter from the officials, but it looks like they're going to be okay with it, so yeah.
Yeah, that would totally make sense, right, that your ARs might chime in and say, was she onside? Confirm it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now the
great heads-up play from Favre there. It's like, man, that's such an in-the-moment play. It can't be planned. You know, you just have to see the game developing in front of you. And just like, man, wow, well done, Favre.
Yeah, and the confidence to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easy to sit back on that because you're worried they might make that pass complete.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Eisenhart kicks it, and this time it goes through. So she settles, comes back and gets 3. And that's going to push the score to 42. With about 34 to play, 34 and a half, it's going to be Denlinger with the ball in hand. And so I think Army's got to feel good about that.
Absolutely, Mike.
Feeling that wind kick up a little bit, so that might affect the kick. Seeing it on the out there on the Hudson. Not quite white caps, but certainly water moving. Goes for the depth this time.
Yeah, probably playing into that wind, figuring that.
Ritlick. Wow. So Stevie Ray, a new player last year. This is only your second season.
Is that right?
Yeah. Just got great footwork and a hard runner. This is Eisenhart gaining some meters after contact.
Absolutely.
Love to see it. Gamboa to Winker. Oh, there's Favre again. Oh, gets the handle. It was a little choppy, but got it.
Favre having a day.
Still going. Oh, great job there. Whoever that was got her hands on the ball. Got to give it to her. I think she's going to get the penalty. And there it is. Yeah, not releasing. That could have been the 9. Good job by Amberlyn Todd to get the penalty.
Sir's okay with it. He says keep going.
Yep, so you were 10, far enough. And no.
There's the back 10
so
call.
There it is. Okay, you were not 10, and so we're going to back up and redo this. So, again, this time, smart play by Mount to
take it quick, off the mark, right through the mark.
That's probably the number one mistake in that situation, right? Is that you want to play quick. There's the kick. It's not going to find touch. And there we go. This is
competent set of hands back there.
Aaron Jacobs. Good under the ball. Out to Alice. Going to make the split now. Can we get one more? Is she going to see it? Look at Ritlick. Available. Finatoa. Oh, to Ritlick. That's wild stuff. Oh, but referee says it went a little forward.
Okay.
Oh, that makes you sad. But great job, Finatoa, for the look there. Ritlick in the right position.
Sir getting questioned on the forward pass, and he says by about a meter.
So, affirmative.
Affirmative.
Fair ask, you know.
Buttonhole pattern right there.
Are you sure that was forward? Yes.
I'm certain.
And with 32 left on the clock, Mount is going to be outside the 22 on this, and so can't kick this one out directly. So again, for those of you at home who don't know the rules closely, if the ball starts outside the 22 and then it comes back in, it's considered outside the 22, and so we won't see a direct kick. This is Hubbard looking for Denlinger. Great play not to get her hands on it, but Eisenhart there with some pressure. Knocks it loose. Now the kick. Jacobs has some space if she can get her hands on it. Here it comes. She's going to take it herself. Love that fullback attitude. Drives on. And now the quick recycle. Gamboa looking. This is Keely Davis. Out to Favre. Little offload there in contact to Ellie Carney, it looked to be, number 4. Gamboa fishes it out. Good job there. Who was that? That was Woodward again. She's playing an aggressive game, the outside center.
Good spear runner.
Gamboa looks like she's going to make
line.
her pay for it. Gamboa drives on and brings it back within 2 meters. Very, very strong work there. Favre with a lunge forward. Not able to make it happen. Going to have to dig this out. Ball's. Ooh, War's going to have to dig this out in close contact. Couldn't quite make out who that was on the pick. Another pick and drive. That was Alice. Now Gamboa
once again,
brings it
that
out.
blue jersey making it difficult, Mike.
That's Campos. Yeah, the tight meters.
Yeah.
Alice out in the width. Out to Eisenhart.
Great hands.
Try it for herself and going to make it happen. So Eisenhart gets 5 on the day. Able to dot one down. Always happy to see that. Going to bring that up to 47. So nice work there by War, pounding, and then bringing it out, and always like to see that.
Absolutely, that composure there in the 10 and the 5 is so important, right? Because that Mount D has proven to be pretty formidable back there, particularly when they're defending against their own tri-zone and that closely. But just good composure there from War to kind of keep that ball moving, make sure when they're taking it into contact, it's secure, it's making it back for the next phase, and just they're rewarded for it.
Absolutely. That is spot on and really, really hard work by them. Hard
Absolutely.
to do. That is not a place you want to spend a lot of time with your back against the tri-zone. So Eisenhart lines up. There's the strike. That one looks on line, and that's going to be a couple more to add to the score line. So 49-0 and 29 and change to play. Little flash of a smile there. Always happy for this guy to see when the kicker's a little happier there. So
it's a good start to the second half, 2 for 2.
She's too old for it now, but normally we would have said, well, it's going to be a miserable ride home. But not anymore. So congratulations, Alyssa. Good to see that back online.
100%. 100%.
And could be a new kicker there with ball in hand. Is that Lily Myers? Looks
14.
like it. Yep, 14. Lily Myers from West Carroll. Alice Fields, EGRL player to EGRL player. Big drive, just continues to hammer it forward. Good job by Alice. Just punishing the defenders. This is Davis. Good ruck by Carney.
Alice having a day out there. You know, we were talking about Favre earlier. If I'm talking about 2 playmakers today, it's Favre and Alice on the front foot in the attack, Mike. Holy cow.
Yeah, she is, it's great to have her back. I mean, for those that are fans of War, this is Morales. It's always great to see Cecilia back. It was a definite loss when we saw her get injured last year. Good recycle by Gamboa to O'Boyle. Finatoa, a little footwork, shows it herself. This is a tough spot here.
Wow, shakes her off.
Going through, continues.
Great little stutter.
Strong runner, just pounding it. This is Keely Davis. Can we get one for the senior? Drives on, brings it within 10 meters. Gamboa out to Ridlick. Hubbard on the tackle, nice job. Gets the offload to Carney. A fend off and takes it in. Got about 2 meters to go. Seeing some real hard work there in the contact area. Looks like it's going to be a drive on. That could be Alice. Gamboa comes out. Campos. Little skip pass to Favre. Another skip, flicked off the hands. Morales with 3-on-1. That's tough if you're the winger. This time it's DeLeon going to bring the hat trick. So that's Chloe DeLeon, the plebe, freshman for those that are of that parlance, or first year in some schools. But anyway, you strike it. That's three tries.
Very quickly.
By Chloe. Well done.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's, you know, and I was talking about Favre and Alice on the front foot earlier. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention DeLeon and Campos as well. Certainly super impactful in that first half, and now showing it in the second half as well.
Absolutely. And that looks like that's going to be it for Chloe DeLeon. Getting subbed off, so fair call there. She's had a great shift. Congratulations to her. And it looks like it's Emily Vizcarra who's going to be going in on the wing. Eisenhart lines up from a tough angle and a far kick.
That's a lot of grass to cover.
That is a lot of green. It's going to take a good strike. It's up. May have it.
It's a good one.
And the flags are up. That one's going to leave her happy. That
Absolutely.
one is going to leave her happy. Congratulations, Alyssa. credit where credit's due. Anytime you're outside the 15 and you hit one, that's worth some smiles. Well done.
Absolutely. And, as we're saying that there's a lot of grass between there, I'm thinking to myself, we've seen her do it before.
Yeah. Well, that's it, right?
Yeah. You don't want to say things like that during the kick, but yeah.
The ultimate jinx.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, whatever they said at halftime.
Right.
It worked.
I'm just going to go on record and say that we've seen her do it before. So.
And the kick is up. And this is Ritlick on the field. Love the sidestep and the ball transfer. There it is. She's going to split him. This is Denlinger. Good job by her. Neely, well played. That's good work by the 15. You're the last tackler for a reason. Confidence back there.
Absolutely.
This is Carney breaking it, shaking it off. She's going to get one more under the sticks.
Whistle's coming it back, bringing it back.
Says that's an obstruction, my friends. And so
obstruction
in rugby,
confirmed.
You cannot run behind another of your own players. And so if you cross paths and bump into each other and it affects the continuity of the game, it's an obstruction. That's unfortunate for Ellie, but it happens. And so that's a penalty. Going to go to Mount, and it looks like they're going to decide how best to play it.
So Mount, I'm watching that series of play defensively for them, and their shape is there, but we just need to see them bounce off that foot and take that space from that runner. Let's not catch those tackles. Let's get up there, take that head of steam out, because that's exactly what happened there. It was just hit a soft shoulder, and it was off to the races. But shape's there, the understanding's there. Just put the speed into it now.
Such a great point, and it's one of those things that we talk about at all levels when they transition to the tackle game, right? It's at the contact, which way are the shoulders leaning?
There you go.
And if your shoulders are going forward after contact, you're winning the contact. And,
absolutely.
And you really have to. You can't let that head of steam happen. It's
build like that.
Yeah, it's just too hard. I mean, taking a player at full speed is hard work. And you can see Army's trying to make it happen. They're trying. Good job by Alice. May have gotten it. The referee says, no, you lost it, so she backs out. Stiff wind coming across the field.
She's been hunting those jackals all day.
Yep.
All day.
That's that southeastern United States rugby. I know we see it when we go down there, man. They get their hands on the ball quick.
Man, they're so well drilled at it.
This is Yerofeev. That's a shout out to her coach, Carrie Golson from Wando. I'm sure that she's happy to see that. Hubbard with the ball to the foot. This is Jacobs getting in position. Makes the grab. Nicely fielded. Little spin pass out to Eisenhart. Little sidestep. Going to make it happen. Look to
unselfish.
Ridlick on the try. Well played. Really nice work. A great transition. I'm going to give the credit on that one to Jacobs, the 15. She takes it under the ball, takes it with concentration at pace.
Yeah.
Knows that she doesn't have the lane, and so gets rid of it, and then they can make it happen from there. I love it.
I think that was unselfish play from three people right there, right? It's like Eisenhart as well, taking it in, knowing that she's getting stopped up, shakes her head to the side, sees the open hands, drops it in, and that's the score, right? That is a tough thing to do when you're tri-line fever like that.
That's right.
Right, to keep that composure, that head above you, and get the ball off. So I think it's hats off to the 15. Tell me the name again.
That was Aaron Jacobson.
Jacobson into Eisenhart's hands. Eisenhart makes the look, head on a swivel, boom, brought in. Good stuff.
So here we go. This time slightly outside the 15. Looks to be on line and has the distance. And so that's going to add two more. And that looks like it's going to be a day for Eisenhart, who will come off. Feels a little better about the way she exited. It looked like Jacobs is off as well, so we got a new player in the 15 position. It looks like maybe that's Emily Steen wearing the 23 jersey. I see Carla Carreno has entered the field. She is wearing the 16 jersey. Not quite sure where she's playing. Often a hooker. Marissa Woolbrink has entered, and she's wearing the 19 jersey. She could be playing 10 or 12. Not quite sure. And there may be others. We'll try to announce them as we see them. And this looks like Denlinger with the hands on. Good solid strike.
Yeah.
Nice air under it. This is Ritlick again. Little sidestep. Referee says that one wasn't obstruction. Go ahead and play on.
Ritlick dangerous on the restart, huh?
Yeah, she is. I'd really like to see her getting her hands on today because she's really, really dangerous.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, I remember watching her last year in her first game just going, wow, this kid is going to make a difference.
Yeah, I wouldn't be kicking to her, that's for sure.
Fair point. That's Steen doing the hard work, cleaning things up back there. And that looks like Gabby Winker. I know because of the shoes. And there we go. Gabby is going to be off to the races. She's a dangerous player. This is Denlinger again.
There, she's rewarded.
Jars it forward, and referee says play on, but that one should come back for the knock-on. So great job by Denlinger to get there and disrupt the run. Gets the knock-on.
And what a great heads-up tackle, too. Goes in, has the fist out for the punch, punches the ball out, creates the knock. Really nice work from that young lady. She's rewarded for all the work that she's been doing defensively today. I mean, that was a try-saving tackle if you've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's a great point. And listen, let's be honest. That try-saving tackle, that's a stat that a 15, if you're a fullback, that is a stat that makes your day.
Yeah, that'll put a bounce in your step.
That is your job.
Yeah.
100%. So other changes. It's Gabby Winker, who we just called, in the bright green shoes here, playing outside center. It looks like they've moved Morales maybe into the 12 position. Woolbrink at 10, first receiver. Penalty, and so the ball comes out. This is... Oh, nice job, but she may have lost her feet. Now she's going to have to get out of there. That was a good effort by Woolbrink to get her hands on. This is Dietz.
Dietz working hard out there today off the back of those rucks.
Yeah, good player. Sibilia. That's nice to see. Sid, a tough runner, always
Great
drives those
product.
legs.
Her and her sister.
Ball out. This is to Hubbard. Now going to drive. That's a good job there. There's Vizcarra on the tackle. Steen, first attempt on the ball, not able to get there. Ball comes back out. It's Mayers. That's Smith. She's been a hard runner today, making it happen.
Absolutely.
Referee says, go ahead and use it now. Come on. And that's Todd, brings it out. Oh, rough pass, but Dietz able to handle it. Great job by her.
It's tough to control that ball when it's hitting your shoulder and you're trying to get it at pace.
Good clean-out work there by Sophia Mathis. Good to see. This is Woodward.
Great inside.
She's a dangerous player, man.
Absolutely.
Steen comes up with a head of steam, makes the tackle, but not before Woodward puts them on their side of the field, the attacking side of the field. Little show and go by Mathis. Referee says not.
Yeah, I was wondering when that high tackle was coming.
Yep.
That was the second in the series right there. Even on that first run, it looked like it was a little bit high. I think it was shaken off, but came in again.
Here's the tap and go to Dietz.
Big stick.
Huge. 2 on the tackle, makes it count. That's 2 strong players on the tackle. Alice going to have to roll because she lost her feet, and now the ball comes out. This is to Mayers.
Good thinking.
Yeah, take it back in. Woolbrink tries. Oh, she might have gotten that one, I think. Nice little gator roll there. Well, not quite a gator roll because that's illegal. Time is now off.
Yeah, that got taken out this year, correct?
That is correct. The gator roll is dangerous on the knees, really. I mean, if you're throwing your body weight laterally. That was Callie Dietz down, but she's back up. I think she's just a little shaken on the play there. Time is off, so we've got about 18:30 and the pause.
You can see that. I mean, she's absorbed a lot of contact in that 3 jersey today, and she's certainly not afraid of getting into it.
Yeah, it looks like maybe they're going to at least take her off to evaluate her. Not sure if that's going to be the end of her day or not, but good job by her either way.
Absolutely.
And for what it's worth, super nice kid. Had a chance to chat with her over the winter. She was a U20 USA camp invitee, let's call it.
Wow.
And I had a chance to chat with her down there, and she's a super nice kid, hard worker. So some more changes.
Hats off, big honor.
Absolutely. Looks like number 9, Amberlyn Todd, is going to make her way to the sideline, and we've got maybe 24 with ball in hand. That's Anna Kugelman has entered the game.
Another personal favorite of ours is Morris product.
So this is not something you see every day, and we'll just take a moment, a little point of pride. 2 scrum halves. Scrum half against scrum half. Number 9 from Morris, number 24 from Morris. So for us Morris boys, it's always something cool to see.
Proud mama for the 24 jersey sitting with us over here.
And the ball is out. Brings it out to Hubbard. This is Woodward again. Good chase there by Gabby Winker. Nice little flick. Hubbard again. Hard hit, but able to get it out there. That could have been Lily Myers.
Hubbard just great with ball in hand.
Yeah, good decisions.
Taking the contact, making good decisions, eating it when it's necessary.
Oh, Favre got it, it looks like. Yep, great poach there. Gamboa now This is Caitlin Winker, the elder, driving on. Alice.
Wow, what a
Now
step.
Carreno, she's there. There it is. One more to Whitlick, and she's away. Here we go. And I think she's going to have the legs to do it. Going to put one down under the post. Congratulations, Stevie Ray Whitlick. A lot of hard work out of her today, resulting in 5 points.
Absolutely. She had a similar run in the first half and was taken down just about the 5. This time she's rewarded. Just puts the afterburners on and puts it down under the post. Great work.
And so, it looks like it's going to be Ellie Carney with the kick. And the ball makes its way out. Looks like Kate Winker is making her way off, and it's going to be Reagan King entering the game wearing the 18 jersey. Another EGRL product. Happy to see Reagan out there. And
absolutely. Great former Doylestown player. Great family.
Carney, good strike. Just a little wide, unfortunately, and so that's going to put the score at 68 with about 16 to play. And it looks like Kahala Bandman out there taking the troop through some breathing exercises and getting things back on track. So, looks like may also be Zoe Weimer entered the game there on the wing, it looks to me like, number 20. So she's on our near side wing and Vizcarra on the width. And I think that's the final change. Looks like Lily Meyer with ball in hand. It's a nice kick.
Yeah.
Drives it deep, but they find Ritlick again. And which she seems happy about, but maybe not everyone else. Finatoa, strong kid. I believe, unfortunately, that looks like maybe Kugelman down grabbing the arm.
Oh, no.
That is not what we want to see.
No.
That's Carreno driving on. This is Favre to Woolbrink. Woolbrink out to Vizcarra. She has some space. You get one more. Nice idea to drop it onto her foot.
Oh, soccer through.
One more ought to do it. Able to pull it up. Great work by her. That's highlight reel stuff from the winger. That's Carney.
Great offload there, Mike.
To King. Gamboa the pick. Looking for Alice. Hammers on. Right about at the 5 meter. Woodward on the tackle. Called her name a lot today. She's done the work.
Absolutely.
This is Carney to Favre.
Favre, well read there.
Yeah, smartly eats the ball. That's a smart play. Carreno to King. A lot of blue jerseys out there. Maybe a little high on the tackle. Hard to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
No
the
word
referee
from the
has
field.
the arm out. It looked like, I'm not quite sure what the call was. Maybe it says just play on. That's Morales going to put it down in the corner. The feed was from Tyra Ringdahl, who's entered the game. Missed her coming in there, so great job by her to get that final flick. And did not quite see the result, but hopefully Kugelman is okay. Looks like maybe some evaluation happening there on the sideline. So hoping for the best. That's good.
So word on the field for Blue, unfortunately, 3 and 15. I guess are going to be moving off due to head injury, so not allowed back on the field.
Okay.
So a little bit of tough luck there for the blue jersey today.
That is unfortunate. That is definitely not what we want to see or have anybody experience. This is a bomb of a kick for Emily Steen. She is outside the 5 meter, so not quite on the edge, but about as far as you can get and not be on the edge.
Looks
Strong left-footed kicker.
Yeah.
So if she gets a hold of it, she can do it, but that is no easy idea. Good solid strike, just a little short and in front. So good solid strike by Emily Steen. Congratulations. That is no easy work there.
On target, just needed a little bit more mustard on that kick. And like you said, I mean, there's few tougher angles than where she was kicking from.
You got that right. So we got just around 12 and a half, the clock on the field says. My watch says a little more, 12:50, but it's still some time.
And you know what? The scoreline, be darned. I think the blue jersey are keeping their chins up, jogging back to the center of the field for the restart. So hats off to you, Mount. Way to keep the chin up.
Yeah, not an easy thing to do. That one looked a little high. Yep, referee got it. And this high tackle came across. She did adjust. I'll give her that. She knew she was high. She tried to drop it down, but the damage was done, unfortunately. Alice with the boot to touch. Do like to see the old 8-man touch finder.
And like you say, the mitigation on the tackle, once again, more rugby IQ showing its way, right? It's like, holy cow, I'm a little high. Let me get away from this. Player safety involved and keeping the game moving, but, unfortunately just a little too late.
That's it. And that, and I mean, I think that's the kind of thing where if we've got some of our squads out there, the high school players and lower watching this game, I do think that little IQ, those little adjustments, those are big. They're important. And if you want to be playing at this level, you're going to have to sort of learn the game at that level. So hats off to her for doing it.
This collegiate game is evolving way too quickly not to be keyed into those things.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It really has been step changes. So the clock is off. It looks like it was Woodward maybe getting some attention. Can't quite see what's going on. Maybe as simple as just bloody nose. Out on the horizon, we've got Chris O'Brien and his boat driving down the river there.
Did you catch that last yacht that came by?
Yeah, I thought that was him, but this
that
one's
looked like
bigger.
nice living.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be Reagan King with the throw-in. It's a nice ball
Great
in,
ball.
And there we go. Oh, nice little dummy by Wobrink to bring Morales on pace.
Army just playing confidently.
This is Finatoa. She's starting to feel it, man. She's starting to feel it. Look at this. Great step. Good hard work. 22 is Vizcarra again. Well positioned for the winger. Looked a little bobbled. Oh, unfortunately, he's going to call that one a knock. And so that's going to stop the momentum, but really, really nice work there.
Looks like 13 Blue taking the field again from the injury assessment, head injury assessment, or blood sub, pardon me.
So I believe you get 5 minutes to get that taken care of. Maybe more. I don't know, but I think it's 5. But that's good. Got it done, cleaned up, back on. Yeah, we got our technical advisor here telling us 10, so that's probably more right. But at any rate, you got time. Get it addressed, get back on the field.
I thought it was 5 too, but we stand corrected.
I've always done my best to not need that rule, so again, just another one of those places I don't want to be.
Right.
And the ball comes out.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah,
man, that's a tough one.
So that's a knock-on in dangerous territory. You're going to want that one back if you're Mayors, but it happens. We've all been there, so she'll address it, and we'll see if they can muster up some defensive line pressure and put Army on the back foot.
So interesting little commentary from the referee doing a little bit of coaching to the loose head in black, telling you to keep the bind up, keeping that, because if that lets go, that whole thing can collapse on that one side. So that is a critical arm.
Oh, stolen at the head. There it is. Good job by them. So Mount may have gotten themselves out of danger, but Favre says no. No, I'm just going to put you into touch, and we'll do it by line out. Good job by her. Yeah, it's a really good point you make there, right? So that elbow position is one of those classic focal points. You know, you're looking for that loose head. Is the elbow high? Is the elbow dropping? If the elbow's dropping, more than likely you're going to be the one that gets the penalty.
That jersey better be secure in your palm, and that elbow better be up. Otherwise, it's going to get blown up every time, and rightly so, because it becomes dangerous at that point.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
There. Fielded cleanly. The maul is on, and flicks out to Alice.
Alice having a day. Is she going to get rewarded?
Get there. Yeah, she is. Well done. Cecilia, well done. She's making up for lost time. Good job by her to get those points, and looks like a decision going to be made on who's taking the strike this time. I see a green.
Had she been on the DL, Mike?
So Cecilia tore her knee up pretty good last year, missed all of the season really, all the 15, actually the entire year.
Wow.
And it was a huge loss for the team.
I'll bet.
But she worked really hard to get back to the level she's at right now. I give her a lot of credit, man. That is not a small rehab. She did it, and it does not look like she's missed a beat. She's rehabbed really well, and she looks great.
Frankly, I'm shocked thinking about the performance she's put on today, and you telling me that she blew up her knee like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Not a small thing. So that was Vizcarra on the kick just in front of the post. A nice attempt there, but not able to get the points. And, yeah, Steph, your point, I mean, it was not a small injury. We don't need to go into the details, of course, but it was there was a lot. But, I know that I'm sure that down in the Charleston area, her parents are following along right now, very, very happy to see what they see because – they are big fans of War and certainly have a lot to be proud of in her performance today.
Yeah, you talk about the definition of perseverance and grit. Holy cow.
So Myers with the kick. That one looks like it might fall short.
It does.
And it was played. Unfortunately, it was played. So it's going to come back more than likely for the scrum center. That looks like to be what Gamboa picks. And going to be a scrum at the center. And so it looks like Amberlyn Todd has re-entered the game at scrum half for Mount, and that's because of an injury to Kugelman, wishing her the very best. And Gamboa will put the ball in.
Looks like Kugelman's able to shake that shoulder biting injury off and get back in there.
Is she in? No, I think she's off.
I think she's back in, Mike. You might be. I apologize. You are correct.
So did not catch the call, but it looks like we're going to trade scrums. And so my guess is that maybe it was thrown forward. That would make some sense here. And the clock continues to tick down. We got about 5.5 on the scoreboard, about 5:50 on mine. Oh, it was a knock-on. Okay, so we got some confirmation there. It was a knock-on, resulting in a scrum. Big drive, ball's available. This is Sibilia with ball in hand. She's going to look for some space, gets a few. Over the 50, good presentation of the ball. Todd picks it up. Gives it a go herself. Like that. That's good scrum half attitude there. Now 20 with the ball in hand. That's Emma Lease. And so it looks like Mount's going to play a simple, secure game. Just kind of bring it forward. Let's get some meters. Oh, unfortunately, Hubbard goes
that's
down.
Unlucky.
But the penalty was on, so he says maybe offsides there. I didn't quite catch it. Goes through the mark quick. Cecilia Ollis in contact first with Reagan King. Referee says, yeah, you were 10, so play on. Ball out again. This is Smith. Tackle by Finatoa attempt, but she gets a couple meters after contact. Good job. Ball available, but Ritlick was on the ground, so she smartly gets out of the play. Gamboa with the challenge on the seal. This is Yerofeev.
Man, I just want to see Blue use that peripheral vision and get the ball out. They're ready. Like, they're in the right places.
Carreno on the tackle. Couldn't quite see, but referee says before the tackle we had a penalty. So offsides. And now this is Canby. Another product of the West Carroll Marauders. Now we'll see if Army can stiffen on the defense. Hubbard.
Nice little offload in that contact there, Mike.
Did not catch the jersey number there. That could have been Camiglio. That's Camiglio from Aspetuck. King had hands on ball but lost it. Ooh, big hard clean out. May have lost feet, but referee says play on. Gamboa winds up with the ball in hand. She's going to try a little scamper on senior day.
What a dance out of that.
This is hard work.
Out of that traffic.
That's a lot of green to cover. Great job by Vizcarra to clean it out. This is Ollis with the quick pick. Myers with the tackle. Well played there.
Well done.
That's a 7 style tackle. The old
Grab the shorts.
Pull and grab. Hang on. Yep, the penalty for coming over. And so it's going to go to Mount with 2.5 to play. Hubbard with ball in hand. Good solid strike, gains some meters.
Hubbard's got a boot on her.
She does, man.
Yeah.
She kicks the ball well. That runs from 10 meter to 10 meter, basically. So she's going to have gained the territory. Looks like Camiglio going to throw the ball in. Product of Aspetuck Valley of Connecticut.
Hard player. Not a lot of time on the board, but I sure would like to see the blue jerseys use their backs a little bit here.
Yeah.
They're in the right place. They just get the ball out to them, let them get off to the races.
Right, give it a go.
Yeah.
So referee going to clean up the line out a little bit. You just got to decide, are you in or are you not in? Is it a walk-up or is it not a walk-up? So he's just getting some clarification. She's in the line, and he's satisfied. The jump is up. The throw is up. It fades a little bit, but play on. It went through the jumpers on line. This is Mayers. We'll offload to Sibilia. Got a player down on the far end of the field. Can't make out who it is. Good clean out there by the 5. Sophia Mathis. This is Camiglio on Alice. Gets some meters. Penalty. Says high tackle. You were over the shoulder. And referee says time off to address the injured player. So
we've got
movement. Getting up. That's good. Good to see. That's number 1, Izzy Smith. So just a little shaken on the play. This is a hard-hitting game, and anybody who ever's been there knows that sometimes you just need a minute. Referee says we're back on, so time's back on, and we got the high tackle penalty, and it looks like Mount is going to go with tap and go with some pods set up. And there it is. Oh, an unfortunate loss of the handle there. That's going to be a knock-on, and it's going to go to Women's Army Rugby. So the black jersey will take over on the scrum because of the knock-on. Unfortunate sequence for Mount. So about 1.5 minutes on my clock, less than a minute on the scoreboard, so somewhere in there. And this one will be in the books. Little scrum half pleasantries there, as you sometimes see, a little nudge. Opposing scrum half saying, hey, just want you to know I'm here. Gamboa with the feed. Here comes Morales, good hands.
Nice
great
ball.
Pace by Woolbrink. One more, couldn't get it off. She smartly held it. Great fast recycle. This is Carney. Thought about putting in her foot, it looked like. Ritlick going to split him again.
Oh, just splitting that defense, Mike.
There's the offload. Oh, such an unlucky handle. Favre, great effort, but just could not pull it in. So sometimes that offload works for you, sometimes it works against, but that was great effort. I would think this will be the last play. I mean, the scoreboard looking like it's at zeros. I did not see him look at his watch, though, so official time being held on the field. So
confirmed, last play.
Last play was the call, and so here we go. We're going to see if Mount can put something together here on the end. We'll see what they choose to do. They might just choose to kick it out and call it a day. I'd like to see them get it out here to the left side of the screen and get Hubbard to run. She's had a good, hard day.
Absolutely.
Ball is in. It's hooked. Available. Sibilia decides. Good. Takes it on her own. Now finds Hubbard. See, there we have it.
You called it, Mike.
There
nice
we
work
go.
From Hubbard. Sibilia to Hubbard.
This is the 9. Todd fighting. Looked like maybe that was one of the locks in. Brings it out to Camiglio. Drives on, gains some meters. Presents the ball well.
Great runner into contact at Camiglio. Always secure with the ball.
Little offload. This is Todd again. Great hard hit there by Finatoa. Our referee says that was a penalty. You were on the ground. Tap and go. Double kick to end the game. And that one finds touch. And so that's going to do it here at the Anderson Rugby Complex with a final score of 78-0. That's Army, Women's Army Rugby with the win. Great congratulations to the team in black. Well played. Hats off. Kudos to the team in blue.
100%.
Steph, it's been great being with you. Thanks so much for
Mike,
joining
always
me in
a
the
pleasure.
booth.
Hope to do it again soon.
Hope to do it again soon. That's right. Congratulations to Coach Bill LeClaire, and thanks for the invite for having us on the EGRL Network. Hats off and thank you. And thanks to all the guys on the crew today. Nelson Gallar's on the camera, Bill Dobbs on the camera, Chris Production O'Brien on the switchboard. With Steph Aliprandi, my name is Mike Eisenhart. It's been a pleasure being with you. Have a great rest of the day.
Happy Sunday.